Hey, fellow babies, I'm John, and this is my friend Teressa.
Hi.
So, Teressa, tell me,
Yes.
what do you do?
So I am a licensed clinical social worker, and I do therapy. I'm a licensed psychotherapist. I've been practicing therapy for approximately 13 years, and I've worked in military settings, private practice, inpatient, you name it. I don't discriminate.
Cool. So, what brings you here?
Texarkana. So I've been working with the DOD and doing contract work, and they brought me here, and just really with COVID kind of got me stuck in Texarkana, but it's a good place to get stuck in, and I just have not left yet.
So, do you do private practice, or is it just contract work, or do you do something just for the DOD? How does that work?
So I'm a DOD civilian employee. I also do contract work on the side, such as I've been contract with Apple a couple times to do some of their mental health seminars. I also contract with Talkspace, and I have a private practice as well, so I stay pretty busy.
So you figure out what the bad apples are, and you get the bad apples out of there?
I do.
Cool. So outside of apples,
Yes.
what is your favorite apple?
Granny Smith.
Oh man, me too.
You tried to catch me up. Yeah, but they're good.
All right. For real though, what's your favorite demographic to work with?
You know, I don't have a favorite per se, but I'll say the one that catches my heart that I'm easily say yes to is the military.
Okay. Okay. Is that because of the trauma?
It's because of the trauma. It's because of the heart and what they do. And I get to step in their world and get to understand. So I get to step in their work environment, sometimes their home environment. And with private practice, I'm just kind of behind the screen. I only know what they tell me, but with the military, I get to really be a part of their world and understand what's going on. So I love it.
That's cool.
Thank you.
Okay, so maybe a better question would be, what demographic are you not going to work with?
So I'm not that experienced with geriatric populations. And so not that I don't want to work with them, I'm just not that experienced. So I don't have that comfortability and that passion yet.
I get you. So we just talked about the geriatric population.
Yes.
What do you think, or what is trending right now that you're interested in?
DEI work, DEI mental health, really breaking down some of the components to, diversity and how it impacts mental health, racial issues, even gender issues impact mental health. So that's been my passion for the past 3 years. When I talk about DEI, I'm talking about generational trauma, racial trauma, anything with discrimination and trauma, just kind of helping that population as well, and giving some research and information and support to those areas as well.
So you've been talking a lot about trauma and demographics with that are, well, you see a lot of trauma in, like PTSD with the military, for example. How do you feel about this trending somatic therapy?
Well, I'll be honest with you, I don't have much experience with it. I think that any new therapy that comes along, of course, it has to be evidence-based. You need to assess individually if that's going to be correct or appropriate for the patient. And I think that, we need to evolve as a mental health community. Things that have worked, not kick them out the door, but also be adaptable and flexible. And I'm willing to personally give it a try as well.
Yeah. I'm kind of with you in that, because, it seems a little bit like magic. Yeah, I get it. There's this mind, brain, connection, body connection, if you will, not brain as much. Well, I guess it's the brain connection. Mind and brain, mind and body, right? That organic stuff. Yeah, this thing. And it kind of makes sense. And I don't know.
I think more research needs to be done. Personally, me, before I try a new therapy technique or way to practice, I will do studies, I will do CEUs, I will get specialized training. I think especially with something as, I won't say radical, but different.
Yeah.
And such a different approach as that definitely any therapist or provider would definitely need to get some specialized training and understanding in that.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I like that. Yeah, it's always good to do your research.
Exactly.
Yeah. So speaking of research, and I know you've been around the block. I've been around the block.
Yeah.
I've been around the block a lot more than you've been around the block.
Wow.
But what is love?
Oh, that's
Baby,
a
don't hurt
deep-
me.
Oh, that's a deep question.
Don't hurt me.
That is a deep question. And, as a therapist, I'll be the first one to say, I'm not sure I really knew what love was until I had my son 7 years ago. I know that I liked people. I might have been in lust with people. I cared for people deeply. But to understand what love is, I did not experience that until I had my son. It is that unconditional affection, admiration, care for someone that just does not die away, burn away. It's that feeling that you'll have that almost that their importance, their well-being is just as important as your well-being, that you don't necessarily need them, but the want of them, the want to be around them is so important to the fabric of who you are.
Yeah.
And that they give you this feeling, even in their high times, their low times, that they give you this feeling, this connection of, you are my person. I will basically lay down my life for you. I am here to be of service to you, to care for you, to love you. And I am healthy enough to receive that back. So that's what I think love is. I think I heard this line one time, love is the perfect verse over a tight beat. So if you think of a song that really, your favorite song, the lyrics, the beat, everything, it is in perfect unison, synchronicity, all of that. It's just perfect and it just calls to you. You will know that feeling with someone because it will just call to you.
I like how you put that in there with the music. I like that. I love asking this question, and it's kind of like, I have gotten into so many heated arguments about what this is about. I'm like, this is not where we're supposed to go with this at all, right? This is not.
I'm ready for the debate. I'm ready.
We turned into war here. I was like, this is the other thing. We went to the dark side. I don't know if it's a debate. All I'm trying to say is that it's contextual, right?
Yeah.
It's different things for different people.
And I would say too, love on the other part of it. It's not the peaches and rosy feeling and all of that all the time.
Right.
It is, even if I have to let you go, I love you enough to do it in a loving way. I love you enough to see you happy and healthy, even if it's not with me. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think that is the other part of love that people may not want to talk about or discuss as well.
No, you're absolutely correct. A lot of people say things like person or I don't want to talk about, or for whatever reason for me, and it might be because of my recent past, but whenever somebody talks about a true love or a cosmic connection or any of that shit, man, I was like, I'm not going over here. I'm just, right.
Yeah.
Right? I don't believe in it. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. It takes work. It's a cultivation. It's a garden, man.
Yes,
You got to grow that shit.
Absolutely.
You got to put some shit in there to grow that shit.
Absolutely.
And go ahead.
No, I was going to say, because we live in a society where people think love is perfect, and if you love someone, that they're not going to disappoint you, they're not going to hurt you, and that's just bullshit. I'm sorry, that's just not reality. Even in the most loving relationships, there will be some hurt, there will be some disappointment, but you love that person enough, or the love is real or grounded enough that, number one, the hurt is not disrespectful, it's not very detrimental to you. Number two, you can work it out.
Right. People that love each other can work it out. That's right.
Exactly.
No, I agree with that. There's going to be pain. There's going to be rain. There has to be rain. Once again, if you're using the garden metaphor, you got to have the shit. You got to have the rain. It isn't always going to be peaches.
Absolutely not.
Peaches don't fall from the tree just because. They just don't.
Have you been in love, John?
Baby, don't hurt me.
I thought I would throw that fire a little bit to your side. I'll answer that. Now, I said I love my son.
Yeah.
And I've been married a couple times.
Yeah.
And I've used the word love. And I think love is different than in love.
I don't know what is in love.
In love is that romantic sense, that romantic caveat to love. So I'm saying, because I love a cup of coffee.
Oh man, me too.
I love a cup of coffee.
Girl, you know
like,
it.
I'm not going to go a single day without it. I love it. I love the taste. I love everything, the smell. But I'm not going to lay down with it. I'm not going to sleep with it. If I have a bad cup of coffee that day, I'm going to throw that shit out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't put your dick in it.
I'm just not going to do it. So that in love is when you see that person, it's that feeling like, I want you, not just physically, but I want you emotionally, spiritually. I love how your mind thinks. I love how you and I connect together, not just sexually, but sexually too.
Yeah.
I love how we jive. I love the energy that we have. And I will say, yes, I've been in love.
So to me, there's two phrases that have love in them that I don't care for.
Okay.
That one is one, and the other is make love. We'll get to that one in a second.
Absolutely.
But in love, to me, suggests that we are on the same plane and same level. We're in this love boat. That's how I look at it. We're in the same thing.
Okay.
That's how I view it, and that's why I try
To stay away from it.
Yeah.
You stay away from that word?
I stay away from the in love phrase because I think people they're maturing at different rates, right? So I just imagine that we're going through this love process at different speeds as well. And if we're in love, to me that means we're in sync, and I don't know if that's ever possible.
Really?
To me.
You mean it? You think it means in sync?
To me, I could be wrong.
Okay. I love the phrase, the love process.
Yeah. It's a process.
It's a process.
For sure.
Okay.
And we're
I
going
love
back
that.
to the garden, right? We
Yeah.
need that stuff. We need these elements, and we're working on it. We're cultivating it. It's a process.
So could we both be in the love garden at the same
Sure.
time?
Yeah, I believe that.
Okay. But we're just in different growth stages.
Possibly.
Maybe.
Possibly.
I love that.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I think. What do I know?
No, I like that. Absolutely.
So the other one,
Yeah.
man, you can't make love.
Okay. What is your definition of making love? Look at you.
I don't have one. You can't make it. So, all right, I know what you're asking me, though.
Okay.
So people use this word as a substitute for having sex or some kind of intimacy that involves
Okay.
body parts,
Okay.
right?
But is making love not the physical manifestation, expressing your feelings that you have for someone that you love?
Is it?
It's different than sex. But if you both are in love,
So then,
because even two people that's in love can decide one night we're just fucking.
right? Sometimes that's the best one, right? You got to have that little, we're going to have this fight just to have this fight. We get some, and then we're just going to
because a quickie may not be considered we're making love at this moment. We're just having sex at
Right,
this moment.
right.
But there are times because we're in love, we are engaging in the act that physically represents our feelings of love for each other. This is the physical manifestation of it.
I feel you.
Okay.
So now I think for me, just for me, we're going back to that process of in love, right?
Yeah.
So if we're making love, and that's a separate time in this process than we're fucking, which one is which? And how do I get into the one and not the other? And why are they separate? Why aren't they the same all the time?
Are we talking about for the couple that says they're in love?
Yes.
Okay. So it could be as simple as I don't have the time or the energy at this moment to express my full emotions to you.
I feel you.
In that love sense. But I am so much in a lust mood that we're doing something physical.
Right.
Don't misinterpret this as how I feel.
All right.
My affection for you.
All right.
Yeah.
So you're feeling some kind of way we're going to do this.
Yes.
All right. But that's not making love.
Correct.
I got it. So making love is when you have all these components in our process that are lining up. And your significant other, all his components are lining up. Everything is lined up. And you connect. That is the process of making love.
Yeah, and for me, I would think that would be in that physical process there would be some physical manifestation of kissing, gazing
Right.
into each other's eyes
Right.
while you're
Right.
having sex,
Right.
saying I love you,
Right.
you know. But just having sex, it may not be all of that, because you can have sex with anybody.
Sure. Well, sure, of course.
Yeah.
Yes. Within
Did
consent.
I answer it? With consent.
It's very,
Yes.
very important.
Yes. And of age. Yeah, and of age.
Yes, please. Please of age. That's also super, super important.
Yes.
So I think where it falls apart for me
Okay.
is that I just take it very literally, right? The definition, making love.
Okay.
So to me, if you are of the idea that we're doing this process to make love, make it better, right? Because some people do that,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
You think so?
Maybe. I don't know how love
I-
can make it better.
I don't. That's my problem. That's my problem. You can't make it better
No.
by doing this thing,
No,
right?
absolutely not. No.
And that's why I'm like,
Yeah.
maybe we
I
should
agree with
call
you
it
on that.
something else. I don't know.
So how do you what should you call the physical representation or manifestation of how you feel for someone? If you're expressing it physically. And it's love, a love feeling you're expressing to them.
Well, it's
Through a sexual means.
right. So why can't it be like many like why can't it be like my process of love in the beginning? It's situational, right?
Okay.
So I have a significant other at this time, and the way we go through that process probably a lot different than the last person I had,
Okay.
or in a lot different than the person I had before that, and probably. Oh, I'm not going to go that direction, but anyway.
Yes. Yes.
Right?
Right.
It's different. It's
It is.
situational, right?
Yes.
And so it's significant or important to whoever that person is at that time. And so it would be whatever we label it at that time. Whatever
I like that.
label we came up with.
I like that.
Bumping uglies. I don't know.
That's not very lovely.
I think it's
No, I agree with that. I agree with that.
Right.
And I'm all about making your love individualized
right.
and not cookie cutter.
Right.
So I'm good with whatever you want to call it. But there should be a distinction, even in marriages or relationships or partnerships, because there is a distinction whether we're just physically having sex at this moment or this is that representation.
Okay. Okay. I like that. Okay. So let's place this scenario on there.
Okay.
All right. So one of you is out of sync. One of you wants to make whoopee.
Yes.
Right?
I'm glad you brought this up. I'm glad you brought this up. I know where you're going. Come on, go ahead.
I don't know if you do.
Okay.
All right. Well, if I don't go the way you go, we'll pull it out because I want to hear about this now.
No, okay.
So one of you is
I like
one of us is interested and the other one's not.
Mm-hmm.
How do you apologize for not being interested?
You know, I'm not sure necessarily you owe an apology. Do you owe an apology for not being interested?
So this is it.
Okay.
We say we're sorry for lots of things, and it's on a spectrum, isn't it?
Yeah,
right? It's
it
for
is.
little tiny things, and man, super, super, super fucking important shit.
Correct.
Yeah. So how do we do it? Is it the same apology?
I would, for me personally, when I've been in that situation, no, I'm just not feeling it, but I got you next time.
Okay.
Because why am I apologizing for not being in a mental or physical state at that moment? I'm apologizing for being my authentic self and owning what I'm feeling in the moment. Because then that puts the onus or expectation for my partner to apologize if they're not ready either. And what are they sorry for? I mean, that's part of life. We have days where we can do things and when we can't, either mentally, physically, or emotionally.
Yeah, that's true. I like that.
Yeah.
I think for me, I would probably apologize. Like, look, I'm sorry. I'm not in the mood, and I know you're really interested in this, and but like you said, man, next time for sure.
I got you.
For sure, I got this.
Cool.
And I think I'm just apologizing for whatever small disappointment there might be, or whatever there could be.
So you apologize for disappointment.
Yeah, and that's it. Especially if they were thinking about it all day, because I know sometimes I do.
Yes, now that
Yeah.
is a different story.
All
Like
right.
if a person has made an effort and been thinking about it and really want it and set up the mood and everything like that, I could see, yes, oh, I hate to disappoint you. I'm so sorry. I thought I could be, but
Yeah, because
I could see that.
Because days are days, man. Sometimes
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah.
in the stars. It's just not.
Yes. Where I thought you were going with this question is,
Cool.
how do you deal with your partner not being in the mood? That's where I thought you were going
Okay.
with that question.
Okay. So tell me.
Personally, I was always under the belief, for some reason, that women say no more than men. And not anymore.
What do you? Okay. So. All right. Okay. Cool. So 2 questions.
Okay.
Why did you originally think that, and now why not anymore?
Because when your partner says no,
Yeah.
I really thought you were asking how to cope with that, how to deal with that, because that's a big issue I find in the couples that I counsel with.
Okay.
It's always sex or money.
Right.
Sex or money.
I feel that.
And when it comes to sex, is I'm not getting enough, or that person wants it too much.
Right.
And so, how do you cope with that? Because that is a big disappointment, and it's hard to not internalize
So what I like.
rejection. If it's rejection, if it's a no.
So what I like to do, because I'm a sex researcher, so I know for a fact that our bodies are your body and my body developing sexually at different rates.
Absolutely.
Right? I hit that testosterone early. I want to hit everything that's moving, not moving, maybe thought about moving.
And you keep it till you die, right?
Yeah.
Most of the
No.
Okay.
Testosterone goes.
Okay.
Right. That's why, like now, I'm like, whatever. I don't give a shit. Where's that one bull at? I just want to like the big one. I'm not going for the whole herd anymore. That was years ago. Right.
Absolutely.
But females are the opposite.
Okay.
The exact opposite.
Yeah.
Right. They get the testosterone late in life.
Yeah.
Like now, like if you're my
Oh.
age, you're like, come on, baby, let's go.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, Jesus.
Yes.
And that's why.
It. That's it.
That's why. It's biological. There's nothing we,
So y'all should just take testosterone.
Or maybe you guys should take less. No, I need to take more to keep up with you because you kept up with me earlier. It's my duty to do it now.
There you go.
I'm going to own it. I own it.
Balance and teamwork makes the dream work. I love it.
That's right, baby. That's right. That's right. It's on me. I'm going to try to keep up the best I can. I'm going to work out. I'm going to eat right. I'm not going to drink so much. I'm going to do all the things just to make you happy. At least I'm going to try.
There you go. And that's a good component to that. Eating right, drinking your water. Mm-hmm. And then even, a lot of women don't know, too, that mentally and emotionally it impacts men's ability to perform, arousal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for us, it's all in our head.
Yes.
Completely in our head, man.
Absolutely.
We get that jacked up. It's it'll be tomorrow, maybe.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. And now I'm sorry.
Now we're gonna have to do a whole sex.
We should.
We should do a whole sex show.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Not like that, what y'all thinking, but a sex show discussing sexual topics.
Yes. Not like you guys were thinking. That's. Can we even do that on there? I don't think we can.
I think
you guys are safe. We're all right. This is not OnlyFans. Lucky for you guys.
Okay. Yeah.
That's for me. She's a good-looking girl. Not me.
Oh,
you don't want to see me like that.
Whatever.
Okay. All right. I hear through the grapevine you have your own channel. Do you want to hit it?
Yeah, so I do a little podcast. It's called Pass Me the Mic. You can find it on YouTube and just research my name, Teressa, Teressa. SSA Carter, and then you'll see the past Me the Mic episodes on there and check them out. We talk about mental health issues, relationship dating issues, friendship issues. Check it out.
Cool, man. I will
Thank
put
you.
that in the little section below so people can hit that.
Absolutely.
And let's wrap this up with my 1-2 punch.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I know, right? It's scary. What? Where's my garlic? It's not that bad. It's what's your favorite self-care, and then what's your favorite mental health song?
Mental health song?
Yeah, man. Like sad songs say so much.
Oh, okay. So my favorite self-care is a diffuser with lemongrass, eucalyptus, a little hint of tea tree oil in the background, also with some sage, listening to, don't laugh at me, Native American chanting music.
Hey,
And I
that's
do
cool.
that for 5 minutes in the morning. It gets me pumped and ready and clears my mind and gets me in a positive mental space. Speaking with a lot of people throughout the day about various issues, traumas, you have to be at a good baseline to start out with to do that. And so that's my favorite self-care to do during the day. And then my favorite mental health song. It's a song called Cranes in the Sky by Solange. And she is the little sister to Beyonce Knowles. A lot of people don't know her as well as her sister, but she has great music. And I like that song because it talks about dealing with different transitions and issues, and a friendly reminder that distraction, whether they're healthy or unhealthy, will not take the problems away. You have to deal with them head on. Yeah.
Agreed. That's cool. I like that.
Thanks.
I like that.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hey, Teressa, this was great.
I know, I
had a good
enjoyed
time.
this.
We will definitely do that next time.
I would love to do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Thank
fellow
you.
babies.
Bye.
Bye.